Hi, my name's Richard Dubay. I'm the owner of Northern Spirit Flutes, and I want to thank you for considering doing the work deburring the Northern Spirit Flutes that are played by kids across North America. And flutes have been sold as far away as Europe and even Kuala Lumpur. Here you can see the difference between a deburred flute and a flute that hasn't been deburred. It basically carves away a bit of the edge, the inside edge, and makes sure that the airflow in the flute is going to be maintained properly. Here you can see one end of the flute, and there's no pieces that need to be deburred on here. Most of the flutes in this batch I'm finding are clean. If there happens to be any little pieces, you want to clean them off either with your fingernail or use your deburring tool. And the other end you'll see as well is good. The one thing you do want to do is make sure that you just blow some air through the tube to make sure that it's clear all the way through before you put it in your box for completion. I'm going to show you how you go about deburring a flute. I'm going to show you first at a distance, and then I'm going to follow up with some close-up shots. I hold the deburring tool in my right hand and the flute in my left hand, and I brace the flute against my body. And I start at the top right hand corner, and I just do a cut going down, and then I come in and around, and I go up and around and over, and a little bit down again, and then I do the same thing in the bottom notch. And I just want to make sure I do a double check on the inside, blow out any of the debris that might be in, and make sure that there's no deburring that needs to happen on either end of the flute. And that is it. Here you can see I'm going to start on the top right hand corner with my deburring tool, and I put a little bit of pressure and I start to carve down, and I come in and then back up and around. And if I've got this gentle blade that I like and works very smoothly, I tend to go around twice and just make sure I get any little pieces that might be hanging inside. Then I'll do the same thing on the bottom and go around once and twice. I don't want to over carve, but I've kind of got a sense of how much carving I need to do. Next, I'm just going to take a look inside the tube and see if there's any little pieces. I'm going to blow and see if there's anything I need to clean out. And as you can see, this is nice and clean, so I'm ready and done with this one. Moving on to the next. Oh, first, just double checking the holes here. I'm going to be starting on the top right hand corner. I put my deburring tool in, brace myself, and I put some pressure, and I carve down, and then I continue carving as I go around. And with this nice blade, I find if I go around twice, I for sure get the amount I want out. And then I go on to the next hole, down, across, up, across, down, across, and up and across. And I just want to make sure, as you can see, there's some debris that's in the tube, so I need to blow that out. And then I take another look, and there's just a little piece, so I'm just going to make sure that I got that cleaned out. Take another look, everything's nice and clean and tidy after I blow. And then I'm just going to double check the ends. That end is good. This end as well is good. I don't need to do any deburring. Sometimes there's just a little bit you need to get with your fingernail. And if not, then you can always take your tool and put it in and make a circle around to carve anything that might be obstructing getting into the tube, because we put a mouthpiece on one end. And that is your completed deburred tube. Once again, I want to thank you for considering doing this work. The flutes are getting into the hands of kids across North America, and my hope is to try to share the beauty of the Native American flute with more kids as we move on, and thank you for considering being a part of this.